Welcome into our rapid recap from Cleveland, presented by Dreamfinders Homes. Bucky, the Jaguars had a chance at the end of this one in a game that kind of felt like they were getting blown out, but they were there at the end. What kind of happened in your eyes?
Man, this is one that when the coaches and the players go back and watch the tape, they're going to be really disappointed because this is one that was more of a case of the Jaguars beating themselves. Doug Peterson and the coaching staff, they always talk about don't beat ourselves. And those things that you want to avoid, turnovers, penalties, big plays allowed. And in each of those categories, the Jaguars gave up had too many errors, too many false starts, too many encroachment penalties, turned it over 4 or 5 times, and then just the big plays and critical downs. When you lose in those areas, more than likely you're going to lose the games. That's why the Jaguars lost today.
We've been talking a lot about miscommunication, specifically on the defensive side of the ball, but it seemed like it was the offense this side. Trevor Lawrence and his receivers not necessarily on the same page throughout this game. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it, and it's really obvious when you're standing on the sideline and you see guys look around and their hands go up like they don't know what's going on. Doug Peterson, afterwards, when we talked, he talked about, regardless of whether Trevor practices, they have to be on the same page. And so it's on the players, but it's also on the coaches to make sure that everyone knows exactly what they're doing when they're on the field, and so they can have that trust and that chemistry. Right now, we're not seeing that, and it's happening not only like quarterback and wide receiver, but it's also happening on defense. And so this week in practice, they have to figure out how they can get on the same page, even if it means reducing some of the things that they're trying to do in the game plan.
Obviously, pregame we were talking whether Trevor Lawrence was going to play. There were tons of other injuries as well, though Trevor did end up playing. But you look at the offensive line, you look at the secondary, there's some concerns out there. Yeah,
there are concerns, but here's the thing about the National Football League. No one cares. No one cares who's beat up. You put players out there, you expect them to perform at that level. And so it's on the players to be ready for their opportunity. Coach always talks about next man up, and then it's on the coaches to prepare those guys to be ready for those opportunities. The Jaguars are reaching the critical stretch of the season. 4 games to go. You want to play your best football at this time. They're not doing it. But the good thing is you got a week of practice to try and work those things out. You got a big game coming up against the Baltimore Ravens. You hope that you can put some of these issues to bed and put on a standout performance actually in front of a big stage.
Yeah. Hope the Jaguars can break the losing streak on Sunday Night Football.